Grotto Creek Part 3, Working with the WxAzygy application. We loaded the WxAzygy Windows application in Part 2. When it comes up, you see the red text. This indicates that it is connecting to Google Earth. Once the text is white, it has connected to Google Earth through the COM API. I'm now moving the geocursor, which retrieves the Earth coordinates at the upper left-hand corner of the geocursor and displays them in the user interface. The WxAzygy user interface allows us to remotely control Google Earth. We can also record the current point of view, get POV, get lost in Google Earth, then return to the recorded position with set POV. But what if we want to point and click on a collada surface that is not draped on the Earth surface? To do this, click on Focus Object to open the WxCollada utility. We open a collada file as a focus object and locate the sample cross-section B, which we saved previously in Part 1. This utility shows all collada models detected in the KML or KMZ. There's only one model in this sample, and it is already selected as shown in the working panel to the right. Collada models have the extension DAE. Click Fetch DAE to display the KML, which controls the location and orientation of the selected model. Compile DAE hooks up Collada and creates and loads a wireframe structure to show the triangles and vertices of the selected model. As shown previously in Part 1, we go back to the sample data web page to retrieve the Grotto Creek ground overlay tile. Here I'm using Google Earth 5.2, so as before, we make the primary database transparent. Now we can use the COM API controls to move to a position where we can see the cross-section. Now drag the geocursor over the collada model and note that we are still acquiring the surface coordinates. So here's a switch in the user interface that allows us to read geocursor coordinates on the collada focus object. This is the key capability provided by the WxAzygy innovation. We are retrieving not only the location, lat/lon, of the selected point on the focus object, but also the altitude of that point, which in this case is below the Earth's surface. Note that this interface is showing us which triangle is selected, the coordinates of the point on the collada image, and the color of the selected point. It also tells us if we did not click on the focus object. Let's zoom in to get a closer look at the creek in this cross-section and retrieve the coordinates of the strata below the creek bed. Please visit us at WxAnalyst.com, and if you have comments, please send them to WxAzygy@WxAnalyst.com.